Welcome to Aunt Heady's Creative Home. I'm Heather. Today I'm going to show you 3 fall pumpkin decor ideas. So let's get started with our first one. I'm going to use a 6-inch pumpkin that is made of foam. And I got this one at Hobby Lobby. Half price, it was about $3, I believe. So I'm just going to cut off the top where the stem is, and I'm going to use an old doorknob for the stem. So these foam pumpkins are actually hollow in the middle, so I was just kind of fitting this one so I knew about what size I needed the hole to go in. As you can see, once I got that fitted, I'll take it out and remove it. And that way we can go ahead and paint. My theme for my fall decor this year is a light peachy orange, a light aqua teal color, and cream color, and of course brown, kind of the base of it all. And I've been doing several fall crafts already, and I can link those in the description box below so you can check those out if you're interested. I wanted to go just a little bit darker of an orange on this one than I have my other projects, just so that they're not going to get too matchy, you know. So I just kind of keep adding cream or orange until I get the desired consistency and color. So now that I've got the color that I'm happy with, I'm going to just start by doing up and downward strokes, and I don't need to do a second coat for my particular pumpkin because I want it to kind of look distressed. And the one coat just kind of makes it look a little more, you know, it's got a little bit of the white seen through still, and it's not as bright of an orange that way, and it also looks a little more distressed and a little more like a natural pumpkin with the different colors in it. Now you can do any size you want. Sometimes they even have foam pumpkins that are a little smaller at the Dollar Tree. And you can use anything you want for a stem. You can use a cork. You can use some kind of a door pull or a doorknob or a drawer knob. Whatever you find that you think would make a cute one. Now while that was drying, I tied a raffia bow out of some of this light tan raffia that I have, and you can see it looks really cute with the doorknob on there. It's a simple craft. There it is, paired with some of my other decor, and it's just simple and cute. Our next craft is going to be this fall sign right here with the small pumpkins. We're going to start with a frame, or even a small shadow box would work. I had this old sign laying around that I was kind of getting tired of the life is better in the country, so I decided to use it as it had a thick frame around the edge, and it would work good for this craft. So I'm just measuring to see what I'm going to need for this scrap paper that I'm going to put inside. And You can't tell as easily in this picture, but this paper actually has a really like a light aqua to it. So it's gonna go with my other decor. And this ended up being just a little over 6 inches square. So I'm just going ahead and putting that up on the paper, and then I will cut it with my paper cutter. And once we get the paper cut out, I just use some glue and get it glued down into the frame. Now the next step is to take these Jenga blocks. I use 2 of the Jenga blocks. I actually got these from the Oriental Trading Company. And then I used 2 of the mini blocks from the Tumbling Tower game. That's a Jenga type game that you can get at the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to stay with my light orange for these pumpkins. And after I get my color mixed, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to coat the top and then 3 of the sides. And I was so mad at myself. I'm new to making these videos and with my channel here, and I thought I had recorded everything and I got the craft finished and realized I had missed a good chunk of it. So I apologize for that. I'll show you what I have, and then I'm sure you'll be able to figure out the rest by the pictures that I'll show at the end. So I get these painted. I'm going to let them dry, and then I decided I wanted to make them just a little darker because they weren't very different from the natural finish of the black, so I just kind of went over with a little bit darker. I did distress these pieces with Tim Holtz distressed dye, and it's a distressed ink and burlap color. And as you can see, I kind of just go over the edges. Sometimes I use my finger, but this is my favorite distress ink right here. And as I said, I missed a bunch of the recording through here. But here you can see I have the pumpkins glued down into the frame. I glued some sticks from outside that were just trimmed down to the right size. And then I added these little jute bows. I glued everything down with E6000 and also just a little bit of glue from my hot glue gun to hold it in place until the E6000 dries. Here again is the distress ink I use in case you're interested. And you can just see the sticks that I used from outside. And here it is. I had this little banner. I think I got it at Oriental Trading Company also on a clearance. But it made just the perfect little banner that I could write fall on. You can always make your own, or you can leave it empty up there, or you could get a little metal cutout that maybe says harvest or something on it. Whatever you want to put in your box. And our third pumpkin craft that we're going to make today is using an old vintage Jello mold or a tart mold. And this is actually a very light copper color. It's very hard to see with my lighting, but it is a very pale copper color. So it looks perfect with my other pale orange decor. So I wanted to first fill this little hole with some glue before we stick the stem on there. I ended up using hot glue and also E6000 again. And I just used an old cork I had. And we're going to use that for the stem of our pumpkin. It was kind of fun picking out a cork too, because I wanted it to have some writing on it. This particular one is some French wine that had French wording, and it just was really cute. I made some little curly Q vines out of an old floral. It was an artificial flower that I had, and all the flowers were off of it. It was just the stem that was left that has the wire in it, and it's green. So I just wrapped it around my finger until I got it to curl like that. And then I glued it on with my hot glue gun. It's hard to see the little curly Q in this lighting, but you'll be able to see it better when we get it finished. After that, I'm going to take some of this raffia, and I'm going to take another raffia bow similar to the one that we made on our first project that I had in this video. So we'll just take out a decent amount that we can clump together. If you tie several pieces of it together at once in a bow, then it allows you to have a nice, thick, fluffy one. As you can see here, I'm experimenting with different ones to see exactly how I want it to be, and I finally got the right one, and I'm just kind of tucking it in between the cork and the Jello mold so that it stays nice, and I'm putting some hot glue on it. Here you can see what a finished product looks like. It's another simple one that I love the metallic aspect of it and what it adds to this grouping. Here you can see it with the other things that I've made so far for the fall. I will link the videos to those down in the comment box. Let me know which one's your favorite, or if you want to try any, let me know how it works for you. Thanks for joining me today. Have a great one. See you next time.